The augmented camera menu allows you access to quick views as well as other camera settings. Let's take a quick look. First, I'm going to click on the camera menu. And you'll notice at the top I have a couple of quick views that I can use. So the first thing I'm going to click on is Home, and that's going to take me to a default camera position. I also have 5 bookmarks that are set to default locations, and I can just breeze through those really quickly. I'm going to click back on bookmark 1 to be out front, and I'm going to click off this menu, and I'm just going to modify my point of view here, get a different perspective. And if I want that to be my new bookmark 1, I can click on my camera menu, and I'm going to left click and hold on my bookmark 1 until I get the notification that says view updated, and then I can let go of my left mouse button. And now what that's going to do is make that new position my new bookmark 1. You have 5 bookmarks that you can modify here, and these are great for quick mouse-driven activities, but you can also change your home bookmark by the same click and hold option. If you want to restore all of your defaults, there's a Restore View Defaults below all of your bookmarks. If you're looking for camera actions that are activated via command line or macro, we use snapshots for that, and those will be covered in a later chapter. Below your bookmarks is the Quick Look menu, and this will keep your camera positioned in the same place in space and just change your point of view. So if I click on front, it's going to point my camera straight forward. If I look back, there's not a lot back there. I have left, I have right, I can look up, and I can look down. So these are just quick ways to get oriented in space. At the bottom of the camera menu are other camera settings, and the first is Zoom to Selection. So I'm going to type on my command line 101, enter, and then if I click on Zoom to Selection, it's going to move my camera directly behind that fixture. The next tool is your Fixture Point of View tool, and with this enabled, it is going to move the camera into the gate of your fixture and allow you to see where that fixture is shooting. So as soon as I enable that, because I still have channel 101 selected, I'm going to go inside of that fixture. But if I type 102, enter, it's going to move me to that fixture. I'm going to type full so I can see that light. And I'm going to go ahead and tilt it down and pan it over. So this allows me to see what the fixture is doing from the fixture's point of view. If I click on Fixture Point of View to disable it, I go back to my previous camera location before I entered Fixture Point of View. Your next option is your camera mode, and you have 2 options for that, perspective and orthographic. In perspective view, which is the default, objects which are far away appear smaller than those that are nearby. Perspective viewpoints give more information about depth and are often easier to view because you use perspective in real life. In orthographic view, all objects appear at the same scale. Orthographic viewpoints make it much easier to compare 2 parts of a model, so you might want to use this for lining up walls or joining pieces of scenery together. To change between modes, simply click on it, and you'll be in orthographic mode. You'll notice pretty quickly as I look around that the model has a different feel. I'll go back into perspective mode, and that's going to give me a much more natural point of view. The last setting in your camera menu is your camera move tool, and we have 2 options. Fly, which is the default, allows us to look around when we're clicking and holding the right mouse button. So I'm just going to click off of this camera menu really quickly, and if I click and hold my right mouse button, again, my camera is staying in place, and I'm only changing the perspective of that camera. If I come into my camera settings and change this to orbit, when I right mouse click on a point in space, it's going to put a circle around where it finds model to intersect with. And now, as I move around it, I'm orbiting that space. You can see that my camera is floating around it, and I'm not just looking around. My camera's moving. Anytime you move your camera, that will reset. So if I arrow over here, and then right mouse click on this part of the stage, you can see that I'm now orbiting that location. For today, we're going to set our camera move back to fly. And I'm just going to click off that menu. If you want to temporarily toggle between fly and orbit mode, you can press and hold your Alt key, and that will allow you to temporarily change into the opposite mode that you're in.